Hello everyone. Thank you for the feedback for the Japan episode. It really took hard work to make the episode, but your lives made me happy. Super happy. So in the end of the Japan episode, I mentioned that I was going to cover my home country. However, we thought that we'll do the episode afterwards. And we thought what should be my next episode. It went on and on and on. So we finally decided that we'll cover the USA, United States of America. So before I start the episode, I just want to say two things. One, Christopher Columbus did not discover USA. He discovered the West Indies. And who discovered? Take a guess. Answer is Amerigo Vespucci. Number two, America was named after Amerigo Vespucci, who was an Italian explorer. Makes sense because someone who discovered you need to name after him. I hope he made a map. That realized that remembers me that we have to start the political geography section. First of all, the country is located in North America, bordering Canada and Mexico. There are 50 states and 5 territories. The 5 territories are American Samoa, Guam, the Northern Mariana Islands, Puerto Rico, and the US Virgin Islands. Each such territory is partially self-governing that exists under the authority of the US government. Fun fact, Washington DC is not a state. Now I'm going to share some state facts. Texas is nicknamed as a Lone Star State, and if Texas would have been independent, it would be the 14th largest country in the world. If California gets independent, it will be the 5th largest economy in the world. You know, Hawaii was once a country, and Alaska was named after the Aleut word Aliska, meaning the Great Land. Take a guess. What was the capital before Washington DC? Think. Okay, let me tell you. It was Philadelphia. Washington DC became capital in year July 16, 1790. Famous presidents are George Washington, Franklin Roosevelt, Richard Nixon, Obama, Trump. Let's talk about key cities. New York, which is the most populous city and the financial capital. Wall Street is also located here. Boston is the education capital, which is MIT, Princeton, is Harvard there as well. Los Angeles is the movie capital of the world. You must have heard of about Hollywood, those amazing Marvel movies are made there. San Francisco hosts many technology companies. Las Vegas is the gambling capital. Houston is the energy capital. Chicago is the windy city. Okay, that's a lot of information. Let's move to the next section. First of all, the coastal plains of the Atlantic seaboard gives way further inland to forests and the rolling hills of the Piedmont. Appalachian Mountains divide the eastern seaboard from the Great Lakes and the grasslands of the Midwest. The Mississippi River, the world's fourth longest river in the world, which runs mainly north-south to the heart of the country. The flat, fertile prairie of the Great Plains stretches to the west, interrupted by a highland region in the southeast. The Rocky Mountains, west of the Great Plains, extend north to south across the country, peaking around 14,000 feet in Colorado. Farther west are the Rocky Great Basin and the deserts such as Chihuahua and the Mojave, the Sierra Nevada, and the Cascade Mountain region. One close to the Pacific coast, both ranges reaching altitudes higher than 14,000 feet. Alaska's Denali is the highest peak in the country and in North America. Active volcanoes are common throughout Alaska's Alexander and Aleutian Islands, and Hawaii consists of volcanic islands. Some famous foods are burger, Pepsi, burger, and give me more burger and soda. And that's why obesity is a problem. And steak. My dad loves steak. Okay, and who eats the food? The people. The country's population is 330 million and it's the third most populous country in the world. 73.1% of the population is whites and Hispanics. African Americans are at 13%, and the rest are probably Chinese, Indians, Filipinos, etc. Now, you would probably think, why is US diverse? The answer is immigration. This is a melting pot of immigrating talent from across the world. Example is the Filipino diaspora, which was a former colony of America, and Indians. Yes, Indians. About 82% of Americans live in urban areas, including suburbs, but half of those reside in cities with populations over 50,000. 9 cities had more than 1 million residents, and 4 cities had over 2 million, namely New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Houston. Many US metropolitan populations are growing rapidly in the South and the West. That leads us to economy. The economy of USA is the largest economy in the world with $22 trillion. It also has a GDP per capita of 65,000 US dollar. And yes, dollar is the currency of USA. Not just USA, rather the global currency. Everybody knows about it. Some countries have even adopted it. Top auto companies are Tesla, GM, Ford. I'm actually a huge fan of Elon Musk. Elon Musk. He's a rock star. Financial powerhouses are in Wall Street and by banks such as Goldman Sachs, Citi, JP Morgan, and Bank of America. Tech companies such as Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, space exploration companies like NASA and SpaceX. Wow, it's Elon Musk. You see, I want to work with SpaceX after college, and afterwards I'll join ISRO and help humans reach every planet in the solar system. Texas and Alaska are big in oil and gas. I know in Alaska. USA has big shale gas business as well. US has famous education universities such as MIT, Harvard, Stanford, Caltech, Princeton, and Yale. I think I should tell some fun facts. Well, that brings us to yes, fun facts. So first, the national flag of USA has 13 stripes and 50 white stars on blue background. The 13 stripes refer to the 13 British colonies that declared independence from the Kingdom of Great Britain in 1776, and the 50 stars refer to the 50 US states. Number 2. The motto of USA is "In God We Trust." Number 3. The anthem of USA is called Star Spangled Banner, and the lyrics are based on a poem by Francis Scott Key in 1814. Number 4. Other national symbols of USA include national animal is American bison. Oh, I know that. National tree, oak tree. Okay. National bird, bald eagle. I know why. They put it in the coat of arms also. National flower, rose. Number 5. The capital city of USA is called Washington, D.C. D.C. stands for District of Columbia. And fair. Washington is also the name of a USA state in northwestern USA. The capital city of the Washington state, not Washington capital, is Olympia. 12th, the largest US state by land area is Alaska, not Texas. Alaska is a bit more than the twice of Texas and 4 times the size of California. On a global scale, Alaska is roughly the size of Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Italy, and France combined. Whoa. The national holiday of the United States of America is called Independence Day and is celebrated on 4th July and is commonly referred to as the 4th of July. The holiday commemorates the Declaration of Independence in 1776 and is celebrated as a federal holiday since 1941. USA facts: time zones. Continental USA spans over 5 time zones. There are additional time zones for Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and the various islands. Daylight saving times, spring forward, fall back, applies from March to November in continental USA, except most of Arizona. USA facts: famous landmarks. Among the most visited tourist sites and landmarks in the USA are Empire State Building in New York, Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, California, Mount Rushmore in Keystone, South Dakota. Wow. Conclusion: it's an economic powerhouse, a beautiful country with lots of beautiful sights to visit. It's a country with enterprising people. I want to visit the beautiful country and tour road trip from the east coast to the west coast, the northern route back to the southern route. Till then, USA, bye bye.